Your fine shit got you thinking like this? This video will dive deep into pair bonding and why you tend to revisit Frank Ocean's Blonde album when your girl tells you her body count. Hi, I'm Mr. Sinclair from Think Clear, and today we'll be unpacking the mysteries behind pair bonding with the huzz in monogamy. We will also explore the specifics around pair bonding and break down its many mechanisms that may influence our day-to-day relationships. Pair bonding is the formation of close emotional attachments, relationships, and connections between individuals or similar age status and/or interests. Research indicates that these strong bonds are supported by dopamine, oxytocin, and arginine vasopressin systems in our brain. Now let's define these terms. Dopamine is a crucial neurotransmitter and hormone produced in the brain that functions as a chemical messenger between nerve cells. This acts as the brain's reward system and is known as the feel-good hormone, regulating motivation, memory, focus, and most importantly, pleasure. Oxytocin, a hormone neurotransmitter in the hypothalamus and released by the posterior pituitary gland that plays a crucial role in social bonding, sexual production, childbirth, and breastfeeding. This is known as the love hormone or bonding hormone. This facilitates trust, empathy, and social connection. The AVP, aka the arginine vasopressin, a hormone synthesized in the hypothalamus and released by the posterior pituitary to regulate water balance and blood pressure. This acts as a neurotransmitter influencing social bonding, trust, memory, and learning role. This neuropeptide hormone plays a critical role in facilitating long-term selective social bonds, particularly in males. This promotes behaviors that sustain monogamous relationships, including male guarding and territorial aggression toward strangers. Now, we all know that overprotective dude that would protect the love of his life at all costs.
He is very gorgeous to me.
Well, of course I know him. He's me.
The key regions that are impacted in our brain by pair bonding is the anterior insula, which is associated with our emotional awareness, the anterior cingulate cortex, which is the peace solver, and associated with our ability to feel empathy and resolve conflicts, and finally the nucleus accumbens, which is our reward processing unit. Attachments and long-term bonding. Studies indicate that secure attachment styles correlate with sustained oxytocin levels and stronger neural synchronization over time. Couples who maintain novelty and shared experiences show continued dopamine activations, preventing a term I like to use called bond fade. Research demonstrates that couples with synchronized heart rate variability and cortisol patterns report higher satisfaction. Real-time fMRI studies show that positive interactions within partners increases our brain activity coordination. Excuse me. Factors affecting pair bonding capacity. What affects pair bonding capacity? Biological factors heavily influence pair bonding. This is the Excuse me. This is the selective attachment between two adults through a complex interplay of hormones, neurotransmitters, brain structures, and genetics. Sleep deprivation. This disrupts emotional regulation and neuroplasticity needed for pair bonding. Substance use. Things like alcohol and drug abuse may interfere with neuropeptide signaling. If you're an advocate for weed and you're a quote-unquote weed guy, you're literally destroying your brain chemistry, which is having a declining effect on your real-life relationships. So just some advice, don't be the weed guy. Chicks hate that shit. Hormonal changes. This may also have an effect on our thyroid dysfunction as hormonal imbalances worsen attachment chemistry. Psychological factors. These are huge when it comes to pair bonding. Early childhood experiences shape bonding patterns which are strongly linked to a term called attachment history or the attachment theory, which is an evolutionary response from being separated from primary caregivers. Trauma. Unresolved trauma and PTSD can trigger hypovigilance, blocking vulnerability needed for bonding. Anxiety disorders. And yes, Andrew Tate, this is a real disorder.
Anxiety doesn't exist. Yeah, you heard me. It doesn't.
Anxiety can interfere with our hyperactivation of threat detection systems, causing damage to our trust formation. This is predominantly found in females, in which 1 out of every 3 will experience anxiety. We've all heard the classic line, "I have trust issues" before. So just so you know, if this is mentioned to you, you're essentially dealing with someone that has baggage and an added carry-on, depression. If you're alone on Valentine's Day, this may be something you have experienced. Depression can influence anhedonia, which reduces our reward sensitivity and motivation for connection. Relational factors that may affect pair bonding capacity. Criticism, contempt, stonewalling, and defensiveness. These are the Gottman's 4 horsemen, which disrupt neurosynchrony. Avoidant or aggressive conflict resolution styles prevent emotional repair. Betrayal or inconsistency reduces perceived safety and willingness to bond. Work stress and time scarcity limit opportunities for shared experiences and attunement. Social isolation reduces overall bonding capacity across relationships. Technology overuse decreases face-to-face interaction and oxytocin building activities. If you're a Gen Zer, I'm sorry to tell you, but you are cooked. Financial stress creates a sustained threat response that inhibits bonding. Part 3. Enhancing pair bonding. Shared novel experiences, trying something new together, like dancing, visiting a museum, or attempting that cooking show recipe that will probably fail spectacularly, stimulates dopamine release and enhances memory formation. Your brain will rewire itself to associate your partner with pleasure and novelty, which is far more effective than whatever gift you've scrambled to buy last minute. Physical touch and proximity, such as hugging, kissing, or holding hands, increases oxytocin levels, the bonding hormone that promotes trust and attachment. Apparently, your body knows what your brain sometimes forgets. Physical intimacy is basically a biological superpower, and yes, that includes the kind that happens behind closed doors. Oxytocin doesn't judge. Mindfulness and meditation. While the search results don't explicitly detail meditation's effect, shared attention and eye contact boost oxytocin and reduce cortisol, the stress hormone. Fostering deep connection. Meditating together achieves similar neurological benefits by enhancing emotional regulation and empathy, though it's admittedly less fun than other bonding activities. Couples therapy. Engaging in therapeutic communication and conflict resolution reinforces synaptic pathways associated with attachment and empathy through neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to reorganize itself. Essentially, therapy rewires your neural patterns away from defensive reactions and toward genuine understanding. It's like a software update for your relationship, except it actually works. Consistent rituals. Emotionally salient days create predictability and safety by reinforcing attachment pathways in the brain. Whether it's weekly date nights or daily coffee together, these rituals signal to your nervous system that your partner is a reliable source of comfort and reward, which, let's be honest, beats most subscription services. Thank you very much for watching.